I'm ready. Are you ready?
Oh man. So
drum roll.
our first guest this week is a certified herbalist. Certified. Yep. I've known her almost 30 years. Went to high school together. I've seen her transform into this. I'm gonna let her tell you about that, but I'm telling you, I'm just like in awe of the things she's been doing. Y'all start clapping. Give it up for the pretty Jenny.
Hey, thank you. I'm so honored to be our first guest.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna go in a little bit of my background. So I'm Jenny. I'm a certified herbalist. I've been studying the food industry, the government as it pertains to our food, pharmaceutical companies, and with doctors, how they actually treat us. My brand specializes in self-healing. So, and my brand is Pure Lotus, and I help and I want to teach people, and I do teach people how to heal themselves through nutrition, herbs, and natural, natural non-pharmaceutical.
Yep.
Because we already know the pharmaceutical, those are drugs. So we think about drugs in a negative way only when we're pertaining to like heroin, crack, cocaine, narcotics.
Mm-hmm.
But drugs are drugs, and the pharmaceuticals industry, of course, they're treating us with drugs, and it's not actually healing us. It's actually, I had a health scare back in '09, and I lost a few parts of my organs. I've been looking into how the doctors, the government, the food industry, and everything, what they're actually doing to the population.
Food, especially as when you start out with younger kids, and they get addicted to like the fast foods, the McDonald's of the world, and things like that. Unless McDonald's want to sponsor us one day. They kind of like hijack your taste buds as a child. So once you feed your children that, it's hard to wing them off. They don't even want home cooked meals anymore. It's kind of sad. So with you knowing that and you up against those bigger industries, how do you combat that?
No more than once a month, and when I was doing, research to get everything together for the night, I'm going to make that, if I could make it once every 3 months, that's what I'm going to do. Because the stuff that they do to the food is the reason why your children are craving it. It's the reason why we craving it. Again, it's just like a drug. You're hooked on it. The chemicals that they put in the food is doing the same thing to you. It's doing something psychologically to you. It's doing something spiritually. It's doing something mentally and physically.
What do you say when you say doing something to the food? Just elaborate on
MSG. Y'all, everybody heard of MSG, right?
Mm-hmm.
So MSG is monosodium glutamate. So I'm gonna just give you a little bit of background on how we got to MSG.
Okay.
So it's a Japanese biochemist, and he created MSG. And he was extracting it from seaweed because some of our foods naturally has the MSG in it. So like grapes, aged cheese, seaweed, and a couple of other things, tomatoes and things of that nature. So he was a chemist. He was a biochemist, a Japanese biochemist in the early 1900s. So he came across it, extracting it from seaweed, but what it does is it's a flavorant, and it adds flavor to your food.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're eating your noodles, all the seasonings that we season our food with, when you go to KFC, Chick-fil-A, like the Chick-fil-A sandwich tastes really good for a reason. It's because of the chemicals that they're putting in the food, right? So with the MSG, so L-glutamine acid is found in the natural foods, and it's bind to a protein. But then you have the D-glutamine, acids, and it's artificially made in the lab. That's the difference. In the 1900s, he was using MSG that came from the seaweed, but now we're making it in a lab. And this compound isn't bound to a protein at all. So the one that's found in nature in the foods, and like the MSG that the biochemist created, it was like slow processing. Our body would absorb it slowly, and it'll do whatever it has to do with it. But now it's entering into our bloodstream 8 to 10 times quicker, and it's causing all types of havoc on our bodies.
Like what do you when you
So
say havoc?
Something called the Chinese restaurant syndrome, and so with Chinese restaurant syndrome, it included headaches, weakness, numbness, flushing, tingling, palpitations, hives, rashes, irritability, forgetfulness, achy joints, mood swings, drowsiness, and all types of stuff, right? So Ralph Nader in the 1969, he went to the FDA to try to get it banned. Because what happened was, but even before that, earlier before that, there was a Chinese doctor. He wrote the England Journal of Medicine, because he said after he was eating the MSG, he had all of these feelings, and so that's what made that's when they came up with the Chinese restaurant syndrome. And in the 60s, Ralph Nader, he went to the FDA to try to get it banned, but of course the FDA didn't ban it. So now MSG is in everything. You know, when you go to the Chinese, the carryout, it say no MSG, but that's not true.
They have to promote that now, because they were the ones doing it the most. This really, like, this is how it all came about, like in the Chinese food, going to the carryouts. This is where I felt like they were doing it the most. They were throwing it in the food. That's why people love carryout, love the Chinese food.
And that's why our community is
brings out the flavor or something, but it's like deadly.
Because if you go,
somebody said too much profit. That's why they're not.
And they're not.
Too much
the
profit.
FDA is making too much money, because the FDA, they catch us coming and going. They sit here and they approve all of these poisons that's actually killing us. Then they work with Big Pharma to sell us the medicines to so-called treat you. But then Big Pharma medicines, they cause 3, 4, 5 other different ailments. Then you got to go back for another pill as you're slowly dying. So it's a slow, it's a drip that they feeding us or whatever. And like I said, it's added to the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Chick-fil-A sandwich got 55 ingredients in it.
One time?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I had it on my phone, and I want y'all to read it yourself. The Chick-fil-A sandwich has 55 ingredients in it. And I can show you.
Mayo and lettuce. I ain't know that.
They don't even put mayonnaise on a sandwich.
I don't eat.
Yeah, mayonnaise. But I'm just saying, because mayonnaise is not even.
You know, I'm not even a fan of like Chick-fil-A. Think when I see people line up a line for a long.
It's just not.
But why they lined up for it though?
Because they add that crack to it.
That's what it looked like to me. It reminded me of the cracker. I never was a fan of Chipotle like that. Like, people was lining up for
like Chipotle.
Chipotle with me, so when I do ways it is more sustainable than some of the other.
I be seeing you washing your sink down. What do you be doing? You be on you be cleaning your sink with lime juice and all this stuff. I'm like, what is she doing?
Baking soda, I'm obsessed with baking soda. Baking soda cleans everything. Baking soda is it'll freshen your laundry. I soak my fruit, so let's just say if you're not buying organic and you're just getting regular fruit, hopefully non-GMO, but like a regular fruit and it has pesticides, I soak my fruit in water and baking soda for like 20 minutes, and all the pesticides, well, hopefully all of it, but the majority of the pesticides.
I'm gonna try that.
For everybody to know, 20 minutes in water and baking soda.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Yeah,
clean your fruit, because y'all ain't buying nothing organic.
To clean your fruit.
I get scared when I see baking soda by a stove. It just.
People, a lot of people say if you buy organic, are you not doing that?
So organic, and I'm gonna go into that also. Because when we buy organic, we really don't know what it is anymore.
Exactly.
So, and it's because, and I'm gonna go back to the other additives, but I'm jumping all over the place. But because you said that, it brings me to another point. So when let me let y'all see the.
Yeah, I got to see this 55 ingredients.
Yeah, we want to know the 55 ingredients to the damn Chick-fil-A.
It brings me to another point.
Whoa! I'm gonna let you.
Look at what they put in the pickle.
Just give me 10. Just give me 10 like that.
But look at the pickle though.
I don't even like pickles, so that's what y'all get. Y'all always want that damn pickle in your sandwich. The pickle got 15.
Why? Look at like the last 3. Why?
Okay, so for me, it's the blue one, the yellow 5.
The blue one, the yellow 5.
Polysorbate 80, the potassium sorbate, calcium chloride. That's just for the pickle, y'all.
That's just for the pickle.
That's just for the pickle, y'all.
That's just for the pickle.
That's just for the pickle, y'all.
They put food dye in the pickle.
They going crazy. That really, you know what that do to me?
You know, at the end, so something else that stands out here is for the chicken, and then they have the chicken coating. So the last thing on the chicken coating is dimethylpolisiloxane.
You can't even pronounce it.
Dimethylpolisiloxane. That's definitely something that don't need to be in no damn food.
That's all like Dimetap on steroids. That's what it look like. It's spelled. What?
That's definitely something that don't need. Y'all, whoever's on my live, because I'm on live right now too. Y'all go look up the 55 ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Looks like that.
Look it up.
Y'all look it up. We talking 55 ingredients.
So if Chick-fil-A lines are lessened by tomorrow, then I know
somewhere
we reached somebody.
It's 55 ingredients though. It's 55 here.
And it's how many in the pickle?
The pickle has 15 ingredients, the pickle. And that's why y'all love that damn pickle. Y'all think they just slicing up a fucking dill. It's not. That's not what you're getting.
It's kosher. Hey, man.
Even like the bun oil, like beta carotene, like it's just a lot of stuff on here that they got something in the bun called datum.
Datum?
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know.
That's why they got y'all coming back. They got something in the ingredients,
just like crack.
Yeah, they got
just
something
like
in the
crack.
Oh no, it's a
the
place around in New York Fried Chicken that sprinkle white stuff on the chicken and call it crack. You know that, right? No, I'm dead serious.
That's the America's Best, but that's the MSG.
And so does New York Fried Chicken.
That's what that's
the
New
white
York Fried
powder
Chicken.
on it. There's a white powder on it. They call it crack.
Yeah, America's Best and the New York Fried Chicken. That's that. It's the MSG. They literally sprinkle it on top.
You see the white powder, and they say you want the crack sauce. Like what?
And they call it crack.
Yes,
because it is crack.
It's
Somebody was saying that organic is a brand name now instead of being.
So, and I'm about to go. So I'm about to go into this or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's your phone. I'm over here like we need to.
So,
I want to look at this. I gotta pull this up.
So okay. So when we talk about organic, the reason why I still, even if it says organic, I still soak all my fruits, vegetables, herbs, some of the herbs, in the baking soda for at least 20 minutes. So when Obama was in office, because our people, you can't say nothing bad about Obama.
Hell,
but
we about to get into
it. No subliminals. But let's get into. No, it's no subliminal. I want to be very clear.
That's what I like.
Addressing Obama. So in 2007, he promised transparency in the food. That was one of the things he campaigned on, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning you're gonna know what you're eating. Because for the past, I say 50 years now, the government has been pushing GMO, which is genetically modified organisms. So our food is being genetically modified. It's not what the creator intended anymore. They're taking it in the lab and they're doing whatever they're having their way with it, right? So Bernie Sanders, he was the first senator. He was the senator for Vermont at the time. I think he's still the senator. He was a senator, and he was the only one that wrote a bill for Vermont for GMO labeling. So meaning if you went into the state of Vermont, if you have a bag of fries here and a bag of fries there, one will say non-GMO, and this one will say, no, this one probably won't say non-GMO, but this one will actually say GMO. This is made with genetically modified organisms. Mm-hmm. So in any store that you go to in Vermont, it was a law. Bernie Sanders was the only one. But
why wouldn't you vote for him again?
But
I forgot what people say.
Because people said he was too old or something?
Well,
shit.
Oh, they just wanted a black president. They wanted a black president.
They wanted to see this.
They wanted to see this.
Because we believe that all skin folk is our kinfolk.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all. Because we don't look up nothing else.
Nah.
But you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. He got me his first time around. He got me too. Yes, we can. I thought we could.
Yeah. I voted because of Young Jesus. I voted because of Young Jesus.
I voted
but you know what the Democrats is? What they gonna do? They gonna go to that rapper to get into that vote.
You can't fool me with that.
They ain't gonna go to nobody with actual substance. They gonna go to a rapper, right? Because that's all we.
If you do your history behind it, I don't even know why black people became Democratic. Those were like
when they were the racist part. I mean, to me, neither side is for me.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? But the Democrats were able to finesse our people. They still finessing with Biden in there right now. And some people, they still finessing. But anyway.
Hey, listen.
that's a whole nother. That's why I got another because I want to keep.
I feel like if you want to get into that, we're going to get back into the food.
Well, let me finish. I ain't finished with Obama. Hold on. I ain't finished. So he wrote, I want to say it was an executive order or some type of bill, but whatever it was, it passed. I want to say it was an executive order. It was called the DARK Act, like meaning in the dark, keep you in the dark.
Oh.
But DARK stands for Deny Americans Right to Know. So Deny Americans Right to Know, the DARK Act. So you are denied the right to know what is in your food. He wrote an act.
Are you serious?
He wrote an act. Look it up.
Obama wrote an act?
All this is Googleable. And
the DARK Act, y'all. He wrote an act so we can't see what's in your food.
So you don't even know what's in your food. And this is y'all man. This is y'all man. The same man. The same man that went to Flint, Michigan, and fake drank out the water. I know y'all remember this.
Yeah.
He fake drank out a cup of water and tell them people that their water is safe. He didn't fix it. Actually, they still don't have no clean water. He didn't fix it. That happened under him.
Yeah, that's still that's.
They still
don't talk about it no more.
Nobody talk about it no more. Nobody talk about it no more. But he went to them people and he fake drank out of a cup, faking to these people that their water was clean and safe. And some of their children right now are suffering from lead poisoning due to this water, right?
Oh man, I'm just not hearing about this. I'm not knowledgeable about this.
Oh, he did. So Google. This is Googleable too. He went to them people, and he told them that he lied, and he not only did he lie, he fake drank out of a cup to hey, your water's clean. But anyway, so he wrote the DARK Act. He also wrote a Monsanto Protection Act. Do y'all know who Monsanto is? Monsanto is probably the biggest bioengineering seed company. So they're responsible for the GMO seeds.
No, I'm not familiar with those.
So he wrote an act to protect that company. Again, they are one of the largest companies that provides us with the GMO seeds. And I'll explain that too. So when we talk about genetic,
you said the GMO seeds?
GMO, genetically modified, like seeds, like apple seeds, strawberries, your fruit seeds, vegetable. Well, not vegetable.
I didn't even honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that they had like the seeds that was part of it. They started.
So that's how they grow. So that's just like
they just injected
your seedless watermelons and your seedless grapes now.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't get that stuff because I don't trust nothing that ain't got no seed.
Right.
How you want to grow something
without a seed?
Without a seed, where is it coming from? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we are seeded people, so we're seeded beings, so we need seeded food.
So let me ask you this. So I know before we get into, I know you want to talk about certain nutrition for certain people in certain areas, but the lower income areas, you go into the grocery stores, the giants in this area, the Shoppers, the Food Lines, Safeway. Why is it that the quality of the meat, the fruit, everything looks? They're not even trying to trick us no more. It looks terrible, but when you go out to certain areas,
Wisconsin Avenue.
Yes, it's the same store, but it looks like they get top quality. It looks a little better.
They do.
It looks a little better. Like
they do.
It still might be bad for you.
It is better.
So I'll speak on this. I'll put my daughter out there a little bit. She's a manager at the Wegmans on Wisconsin Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
She's in school and everything, but she working too. She's a manager at the Wisconsin Avenue. So I couldn't find no thyme and another herb, oregano, I think like fresh in the Wegmans near me. I'm in Upper Marlboro, but the one in Lanham, whatever that is. I told her, I say, hey, can you find these 2 herbs? She came home with a plant, a whole plant, not just the loose herbs that they give us in our store. Them people have access to the whole plant. She brought home the plant, so I can actually pick the herbs from. That's the difference. They're not gonna give us that. Like, what y'all need a whole herb plant? What you need a whole plant for? You know, we're not worthy of that, and we spend it. And not only that, we probably spend the most. There's not a time I ever go to that Wegmans and it's not crowded.
Right. I was gonna say,
you know how much money we spend with these people.
Right. But the alley-oop part of it. Let's say someone is incarcerated, right? And of course you lose your freedom, and you know, I've never been locked up, any serious jail time anyway. So the resources that people have in prison, I'm hearing stories that, you know, I see these guys online, they brag about eating oodles and noodles and the Fritos and Cheetos and making a hookup and all that. And I'm looking like, I don't want to know how to make that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be proud of eating that together. That's gotta be like the worst situation in the world to be locked up and depend on someone for your nutrients. How do you, what do you say to that?
So I have a close family member right now that's battling leukemia. And leukemia is a blood cancer. So he spent collectively maybe 23, 24 years behind. That's half his lifetime eating these foods. Most of the food is microwave. That's the issue right there. Then you have the commissary, you know, the snacks and stuff. So that's oodles and noodles, Doritos, Fritos, and because they're behind bars, they get as creative as possible. So when they make their cup of noodles, they putting the Fritos in it, they putting all types of stuff in it just to make it taste good, and they eating pure MSG. All that stuff is pure MSG. MSG is like a concentrated salt. So what is this doing to the heart and the blood? It's giving you cancer. Tupac, stepfather, he's getting out like next month. You know why they letting him out? He was supposed to do like 60 years. He hasn't done quite 40 yet. He was supposed to do 60 years, and they letting him out because he got cancer. He got a blood cancer, the same as a close family member. And people don't realize you can get locked up because you think you this, you think you that. Okay, and you willing to do your time. When you go behind them bars, everything that you eat in is processed, 100%. 100%. That's the only reason he getting out is because he's sick.
Well, I just want to say, you know, you say that people are, I think, take pride in being able to do those jailhouse specials and hookups. I don't think it's pride. I think, like you said, there's really no options. They get, it's like the bottom of the barrel, what they actually give them was free. And, you know, what they have access to, the commissary, is nothing but noodles, tuna, things like that. And they are putting it all together. I've been locked up before. I've seen it. So I've seen the hookup.
My question,
I've seen it. And when you have, when your options are, when you have the options that they provide to you, you're going to get creative as hell with what you have. Whatever you can buy, you get real creative.
So let's say, because, you know, a lot of inmates having phones, and I hope this can reach some of the prison. What do you suggest that they can do in prison? Is it any way?
Let me ask you, when you were, how much access did you have to fruit?
Whatever they give you, and it's not that much. I mean, I wasn't, let me say this too, I didn't do no a long time before. They're really not giving, they're not helping people. I think that if I had fruit, it was something that came on a tray, and it's not, I don't even think you can get it off commissary. You cannot get fruit off commissary.
So they can't even pay for extra food if they want. So you don't have no option. Don't get locked up. That's right.
That's your option. And then a lot of the time, stuff is old. Stuff is no good. Like, they really are giving people things that are the bottom of the barrel. So don't get locked up. If you want to eat or you think if food is important, don't go there.
Absolutely.
Don't go there.
Absolutely. Like, and you going to eat everything that you eat, it causes cancer. Everything that you eat will cause cancer. And Oh, and then let me
That's crazy. That is. Somebody said that's crazy. That is crazy. It's like
everything.
Man, listen. You get locked up. Man, you better eat.
Yeah, I feel like people don't think about that part of
they
being
don't
locked
think,
up.
but see, they don't think
about
that's what I'm saying. You don't think about
isolated.
that part.
You think about just being away from family and friends. Think about what you're gonna eat from.
But
can
they combat it a little bit with fasting?
What?
Yes. Intermittent fasting is excellent because so you're feeding the disease or dis-ease with the food that they give you, right? So fasting is going to starve it. So,
but after you fast, you have to come back to
but
something.
Then you have to come back
right,
to
so
something.
But I'm just saying that's like a good opportunity.
It can help.
Right.
However,
slow it down.
Like you said, it's a catch-22. Like you said, fasting it can help it, but like you said, you got to go back to something.
Maybe that's how you get so many Muslims in jail.
There you go.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah. I get deeper. Deeper. You see where I go with that?
That's like you was a cat bird. Damn, what you steal? Well, you up on the balcony?
Nothing.
What you been calling on people's balcony like a cat burglar itself? Man, oh man, the food industry is wild.
It's very wild because a lot of our foods in the U.S. are banned in other countries.
Oh yeah,
in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Canada, some stuff in Mexico. You can't even eat this stuff. But for whatever reason, I mean, we already know it's obvious, but for whatever reason, the FDA approves all of this stuff. So when you come to me to say that something is FDA approved, that doesn't mean anything to me.
What about the options that, a lot of fast food places here, there are certain options. When you go to other countries, they have much more variety and ranges of options, and probably are healthier options too. Outside of America, have you noticed that? Have you seen that before?
I've seen that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I don't trust the government though.
And that's me.
That's a little. That's a subject for another day. But it's weird because they, the Rothschild family. I know you can't really speak on that, but they profit about. They profit on us being sick. They control the media. They control the sources that the doctors. They control the pharmaceutical situations. I don't trust it. It's like they too much in everything. If I don't trust you in one area, I don't trust you. Yeah, they control everything. Right.
They control everything. And again, I don't know. I just have to come out and say the government don't like us.
Nah, for real.
They don't have our best interests at heart. So anytime the government, your doctor, whoever tells you to do one thing, you need to research everything. Right. And unfortunately, our people don't like to read. And then with the social media area, everybody got so-called ADD.
Yeah.
So you read a headline, you're moving on to the next. You're not about to go into depth what these people doing to us.
Especially Taco Bell. They're like the bottom of the barrel, FDA approved. Like I don't even know how they allow to feed us that crap that they give us. And it's crazy because it's like the poorest of the poorest meat, but that's why you can get a whole taco for $7. That's 79 cents because it's like bottom of the barrel with the FDA.
Just
so
like
this is
they
can consume this. Yeah, $1 for like 99 cents. For that. That is the worst. That has to be the worst fast food chain, but they survive off it because the price is so low.
But that's what they bank. That's what they bank on though. Like you poor, so you don't deserve good quality food. Let's give you this because you're gonna eat it. So
for years, I ain't gonna lie, I was a fountain soda, Pepsi drinking.
And that's the worst thing you can consume.
Snickers eating. And it wasn't until I came down with diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, was in the hospital for days. And I had some health issues. I had a lot of things happen to me, like diabetes. I was hooked on insulin.
Type 1 or 2?
The one that shoot the insulin.
Type 2?
Yeah,
I think that's type 2.
Yeah, type whatever. But I didn't.
You developed it, right?
Are you still
I developed
diabetic?
it. Listen, I know because I do what I'm supposed to do, the right thing. So they're wondering what happened. What happened was I didn't want to take that medicine no more. I'm taking pills. I'm shooting insulin. That stuff was crushing my stomach. I had diarrhea. My dick stopped working. man.
That's the moment of truth.
But he just
pop. Yeah, my dick stopped working.
Yeah, that was when listen. I wouldn't have changed. I probably would have.
You probably would have still.
I probably would have been all right with the insulin, right? But when my dick started working, I said, no, I this ain't right. I tried everything. I tried all the gas station stuff, the honey.
Did you the blue rhinos too?
None of that
so
shit
you
worked.
tried everything. So
everything.
I was
mixing shit together.
Do some of the stuff at the gas station work?
Not when you was worse. My shit wasn't.
Or yours was.
My shit was really bad.
2 years.
Yeah, 2.5. Only a year and a half. When I was talking to you, right?
2.5 years. That's 3 years.
Yes, listen.
In North Carolina.
When I was in Atlanta when you was in North Carolina.
I remember those conversations.
My wife left me, cheated on me, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my dick stopped working.
Dang.
I ain't gonna.
So in within your marriage, it stopped working.
Yes.
Somebody said, "Do you think that's where most erectile dysfunction comes from? The food?" I think
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely, it is. It's the
Absolutely.
food. It's the food. It's the
Absolutely.
food. It is the food. Woo,
And
it is the food.
It's about 30 million men right now that's affected.
Let me tell you something.
30 million. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot, and the age is getting younger and younger.
Yes.
I've talked to men in their 30s, and they going to the gas station.
Yes.
Why you 30 something? Why you going to the gas station?
Yes, the gas station. Let me tell you something. None of that crap was working for me. They gave me all these drugs, Viagra, Cialis. None of that stuff was working. So lastly, they told me give them $160 to get a little valve for a dick injection, penis injection.
How much?
It's like
that's what the doctor.
Yes, I had to.
Let's not talk about these tables. I said these doctors, these tables, these urology doctors, these dick doctors who do under the table work.
No, listen, I had to
under the table work.
I had to inject myself.
This
shit was so strong.
That's a whole other topic.
This shit was so strong. Now it worked, but the problem is you be erect for 5 hours.
What are you doing for 5 hours?
And but you know what? But hold on, let's pause. The erection is there because all the blood is shot down to your penis. But what is that doing to your heart?
Yes.
What is that doing to your heart?
Yes.
Were you having palpitations too?
What does that mean?
Like when you could feel your heart beating real hard?
No, I felt my dick beating real hard, and I had to put that shit in some ice, man. That shit hurt, man. Like, if you ain't no woman alive gonna let you jump on them for 5 hours.
Hell no.
And I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. And
okay? So I have another question. So when you take this injection in your dick hard for 5 hours, is it like extremely hard? Is it like to the max, or is it just like hard?
Depends on how many units you use. If you want it super hard, do it at 25 to 35. You want a regular jump 15, but it's staying hard. Where it's at for 5 hours.
How many units?
So the first time I went in, I put 35 in that motherfucker.
That sounds like a lie.
That's a lie. I shot that motherfucker. You gotta shoot it. So you hold your penis and you shoot it at 3 o'clock.
Oh my God.
I shot it at 3 o'clock, and I'm like, all right. Then you wait. Then you get a little foreplay.
So when you shoot it at
no, I gotta go back. Rewind it back.
You have to get it a little hard before you shoot it, or you just shoot it.
Listen, you gotta shoot it. You can shoot whatever you want to shoot it. It's gonna jump.
No, when it's soft or hard.
It don't matter if that motherfucker.
But what was the intimacy like when you have to prepare? You know,
I'm gonna tell you. Let me break it down.
You want to just be spontaneous.
Like baby.
No, you can't be spontaneous.
Baby, you can't be spontaneous because you have to prepare.
Hold on, let me break it down one by one.
Shoot me up tonight.
Let me look at this camera. Let me look at all these cameras.
Baby, we're gonna get one in.
Look,
for the next 5 hours.
First of all, you gotta take it out the freezer and let it thaw out and put it to the light or thaw out for. If it don't put it to the light, it's 15. If it's 15 minutes at the light,
just to have
so it's
45 minutes.
Like, I'm about to hit this. You go get in the shower. I'm about to run your bath water,
man,
so I can put my.
Oh my God.
Once you shoot up, you shoot up, right? You shoot up, right? Boom. You wait 15 minutes and you feel like Superman.
So it takes 15 minutes to work.
And they say give it 15 minutes, but some people, it can work.
So have you ever done it like out at a restaurant or
no. Hell no. You be sitting there.
It's always at home.
You gotta be at home. Ain't no more spontaneous pull over on it. It's the
So
worst.
what happens like you did it for 15 minutes and then so what if she gets tired?
No. You gotta wait 15 minutes.
Okay, so fuck that. After you get it's there. How much of this 5 hours are you actually even fucking using? Because you come in and you go for 5 hours.
You come and you don't go down.
That's dumb. I'll be like, get the fuck away from me.
You can keep going.
So
you come through. It's on her to be like, I don't
So
want
that's what I'm saying. How much is 5 hours realistically?
30 minutes, 40 minutes top, and you stuck a goddamn half a day. And then sometimes they tell you if it go past 5 hours, go to the doctor because something is wrong. They had people go to the doctor. And another thing is, man, you be so insecure that your woman be like, you can't even. It's like leaving your dick in the freezer. Like, why you gotta take the dick with you? Leave it here. You know what I'm saying? I used to get phone calls like, keep playing. I'm gonna throw your dick in the middle of the street. Like, basically, that's what you're telling me.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm telling it all. One time I had to have sex with a strap. I had to put a strap. I had to put my penis in a strap.
Oh.
I tried everything to save my marriage.
Wait. You say you have to put it in a strap?
I had to put my penis in the strap and with the harness around my shit. I tried everything to save my marriage.
Oh my God.
Didn't work, man. I tried. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't care.
You was trying. Let's start with you saving the marriage. We're gonna start there because you were a married man trying to save it because you had erectile dysfunction. Just to rewind, and then you had the shots, but the shots get you up for 5 hours straight, and you're only using 30 minutes. Nobody wants the other 4.5 hours a day.
No.
It's not gonna happen. No. So
it'll work if you in a poly maybe, but not no one married to one woman.
All right, hold on, I get that. So
man, I just felt like I wanted to try everything because I was married.
So it was because you couldn't you didn't take the
I called a friend that sold sex toys and I bought a strap and she mailed it to me.
So you just put it on while your dick was soft.
Whatever I had, that's what I went with that time. I did it one time and I did.
So a regular strap on that a woman would put on.
Like a dime.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I put that on and you know, I was moaning like I felt it, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything.
My chest.
I didn't feel anything. Crank, what's up, Crank?
Crank said he requested go live.
I can't, Crank, because this going on YouTube, so they not gonna be able to see you.
But hold on, y'all. So I pulled up something on gas station pills real quick.
So we gotta get on how this man wore a strap. I'm taking notes.
But hold on. So, y'all reading?
No. We took the camera to you.
Okay, so let me just read this real quick. So first of all, these pills are classified as herbal supplements and therefore are not required to be approved or regulated in any way by the Federal Food Drug Administration, the FDA. But also the FDA warns consumers about the dangers of such dick craft. They call it dick craft.
Dick craft. That's the term. Y'all say the pills say dick craft.
Write that one down. Dick craft.
Dick craft. Girl.
Second, many of these pills are manufactured in unsanitary overseas factories. These are the gas station pills that y'all taking. And I'm from the islands. I know what other countries, their sanitary, what do you call it?
Where you from?
My mom Dominican.
Okay.
So I know what the regulations are. We have red tape after red tape to make sure that we're doing stuff in sanitary situations. When you go to Mexico, the islands, they don't have that. So these pills, I'm gonna read that part. Many of these pills are manufactured in unsanitary and overseas factories. Finally, these products are often made with unsafe and illegal ingredients, including heavy metals. Heavy metals contribute to all types of stuff. Alzheimer's, dementia, forgetfulness, erectile dysfunction. Some of this stuff is actually causing erectile dysfunction because you put in metals in your body. So including heavy metals, unknown substances and fillers, and even counterfeit prescription medicine. So some of that stuff is fake medicine because a lot of it will say herbal this and that or whatever. And let me see. And the FDA has issued dozens of public notification warnings about the dangers of enhancement pills. So you know, we can joke about it, but this stuff is killing our men. And again, you in your 30s and you sitting here taking gas station pills on a regular basis. In addition to, because I know you in your 30s, so you still turning up in this and that. You drinking, you drugging with this fake GMO weed that's out here. The weed ain't even real or whatever. So just imagine what you're doing to your body.
Let me tell you something. So I ran into you. We talked on the phone, and I was like, Jen, help. You know what I'm saying? I had a moment of transparency. I didn't get to. I told you these things, so it's like, you know, I didn't think you thought I was going to share it with the world, but I told you these things.
Yeah, when you told me you was.
Yeah, so let me tell you how you helped me. So you told me about Yaki, right?
Shout out to Yaki.
Shout out to Yaki. I'll put his link in the description and everything and stuff like that, and yours too. I gotta get yours too. But I was up one night watching him, and he said do H3O, not H2O, and I was like, what's he talking about? Yeah. So he said you can do for 90 days, do all the berries and watermelon, no vegetables, and you will be hydrated with the berries and watermelon. I did that. Let me tell y'all something. One morning I woke up. It's like, oh, what's happening down here? Something started. I had a tingling sensation down there.
So the H3O is what brought your dick back to life.
Yes.
And guess what that is? It's fruits.
We left that out. Fruit. I want to say that you did get it back working.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
I did get it back. Seeded, but it was all seeded. I had grapes too. I had grapes. I had blueberries. You eat tons of them because I was hungry. You know, that was hard. It was hard. The blueberries. I didn't do bananas. I didn't do
that was all you did?
That's all I did.
So, okay.
That's all I did. I didn't eat any other solid food but that. And I tried to get as close as the 90 days, but once my shit started getting back up, I was like, all right,
did you quit then?
83 is cool.
But see what I'm saying?
But the Rio to get it back up, y'all.
But you went through. But look what you went through, though. Look what you went through. You was injecting yourself, and I can't imagine the pain.
Yeah, that was real painful.
And I'm telling you, like, no, it was a thin needle, but the needle wasn't the pain thing. It was the damn staying hard. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still not as where I want to be, but it's better than what it was, and I'm still not as spontaneous as I want to be. But me and my old lady, we cool. You know, we good.
That's what's sad.
Yeah,
That's
good.
what's sad. You ain't got to do no more injections. I'm glad it's back working.
And you healed yourself. That's all I'm talking about. You healed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Our Creator has given us everything that we need. We don't need to go to no pharmaceutical company. We'll need to go to and I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. You still need to get tested for stuff. Right. You still need to get screening. You still need to do whatever. But as soon as your doctor diagnose you with something, do not accept the diagnosis. You need to start looking stuff up yourself and see how you can heal yourself naturally through the food, especially fruits, seeded fruits. And herbs. The herbs is going to purge your body, which it will dehydrate you. That's why it's pivotal that you bring it back with the fruit.
You gave me some teas and herbs, and that was to help me with the detox because I had to detox first. I didn't want to leave that.
You need the detox as well.
And you know, you hear a lot of people they call themselves certified, but you just listened to me and you didn't. You said I know we was trying to get something together, but I'm telling you. Seeded fruit, hydration, and leave a lot of other stuff with chemicals alone. And it was hard just to detox all that stuff out.
Because you used to eating the drugged up food that we eat. You know, you have to wean yourself off of that. You have to detox from that. It's just like detox a person with like a heroin addict, they getting sick as they going through the detox process. Some people I've heard they get headaches, they get sick when they detox from sugar. When you detox from pork, when you detox from all these different things, you feeling like you sick. But they pump in the livestock with all type of nitrates and this and that, and all of this stuff is causing the cancer.
And let me tell you something. Women, a lot of women, it's a product, especially your tobacco shop, your gas stations, it's just like the men's. Everybody doing a drink now. You drink the Rhino, you drink the Magnum. Women got this thing that is called pink pussy. So a lot of women are dehydrated, which cause down there to not be that wet no more. And so they're drinking this pink pussy to get back to wet. But all you have to do is...
I've never heard of that.
Oh, we can go to the tobacco shop right now when we leave. And I'm going to tell you
something. Y'all drinking something called pink pussy out here?
Yeah, it's called pink pussy. So it comes like this. I'm going to show you all...
I thought you just had to drink a little bit of water or something. Just drink a little bit of water to get it back.
Listen,
right?
Young girls are in their 20s. This pink pussy stuff...
They start out
at a 50 count. It's a cat on it. They start out at a 50 count.
And look at the marketing.
By the end of the week, this pink pussy stuff, it's probably 4 bottles left.
Shut up.
We can leave here and go to the tobacco shop, and I will show you. Any tobacco shop up and down St. Barnabas Road has it. It's called pink pussy. The stuff is selling, and these young girls are in their 20s drinking it because you know why? They're smoking a lot of weed. Oh. I'm gonna tell you, those tobacco shops, when you buying those backwoods, those are fake backwoods, fake roll-ups, fake everything.
The tobacco shops are thrown up like the liquor stores.
And they 24 hours right next to each other.
Right next to them.
How?
Right next to them. It's a liquor store, a tobacco shop, and a carry-out.
But I'm telling you, all of these...
That's the recipe.
They sell more honey.
Shop, carry-out.
They sell more honey.
For a little razzle-dazzle.
They sell more honey and sex drinks than any place right now because they're 20... People are going in there buying blunts and $10 for the honey, the Magnum, and Rhino drinks. I see it all the time. Like
that's a lot of y'all. And you know what? Let's not downplay the fact that these little honey packs, that's very popular for y'all.
It's very popular, but I'm telling you, don't.
It's no tomorrow.
Listen. Let me tell you something. First of all,
you need to tell me what to search because I typed.
Look, first of all, let me tell you something.
I went to look for it, and I didn't find the right thing.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
There it is. It's Pink Pussycat.
Okay, that's what. Okay, Pink Pussy. That's it right there. They have the pills, but they also have the drink.
It's called Pink Pussycat.
That's
what y'all be taking.
That's what they be taking to get their Gucci wet. You know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all gotta take something.
And they not talking. They only talking about the rhinos and stuff we taking. That stuff is selling by the boatload.
Hold on, let's see what's in it though.
That stuff is selling by the boatload. Like they taking that. I'm saying it. I ain't lying. I ain't making this up.
He ain't making this up.
That's really. They going crazy on that. That's a
high-end sensation.
Listen, the drink is the number one selling thing with backwoods and roll-ups. That shit is going. And I know in your 20s, I know a woman should be lubricated. Like it's no way.
Goji extract, dang thing, cinnamon bark.
Okay, I see it.
That's a lot.
So it's herbs, but
proprietary formula. So I'm asking you. The reason why I'm asking you is, Jen. Let me ask you this: for a woman, do you get a lot of women client that is having problems in that area?
Absolutely. So, vaginal dryness is one. Endometriosis, that's another. I keep hearing that women are getting. And I did my own research on endometriosis, and you know how women get the IUDs? IUDs is probably one of the biggest culprits too. So when we go to get these birth control options, the what do you call it? The birth control pills, those causes blood clots, weight gain, sometimes high blood pressure, all types of stuff. Like I said, I read about the IUD. A lot of endometriosis is coming from that. Fibroids. Our women, we get fibroids at a rate that's unmatched. But something as simple as eating a lot of papaya, that can help soften the fibroids and actually prevent the fibroids from happening. I need to do more research on fibroids to see exactly, because our women get it more so than any other group of women. Menstrual bleeding, a lot of women, and then that's when they want to start taking our organs. You know, instead of treating us, because even back to my family member that has a rare blood cancer, they didn't mention nothing about diet. They didn't say nothing to him about diet. Actually, they told him he can eat whatever he's been eating. Come on now. The food that you were eating caused you to put you in this situation, and they don't discuss diet with you at all. As soon as they say that you have cancer, an oncologist is going to get on the phone to schedule chemo and radiation or whatever the doctor has suggested. They're not going through no diet or nothing like that. How to heal yourself or whatever.
So if a man or woman come to you and they have certain problems, we got about 5 minutes left. How do they seek your consultation? How do they seek you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram and Facebook _Pure Lotus, LTUS. Website is www.mypurelotus.com. Okay. Also, consultations are available, and also it also addresses spiritual wellness, mental wellness, and physical wellness. So I have products and natural products, hair products, skin products, and things of that nature. Because we don't talk about that either. And I wish we did have more time. Because just the stuff that you're putting on your skin Not even just your diet. We putting all types of chemicals in our body through in our hair. Right.
So
they saying the perm and relaxers causing uterine cancer.
Yeah, look, man, Jen, it's been so real, and I want you guys to really follow her, support her, and when you start your podcast, as I told you, you need to get your own podcast so you can get in front of the camera. People need to hear this. Anything.
Tune in. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode, No Subliminals podcast. We wore the uniforms.
Hey, man, look. I just had a vision, and I just said, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was the first episode, and as we go on, it's going to be, more guests, more stuff to talk about. We want to bring Jen back. And, it's a lot of things. I just want to say thank you for the people that's going to watch this. This one's going to air November the 30th. Stay tuned.
About that.
Yeah, I told my truth.
We're going to see.
My dick stopped working.
Episode 1, we heard Simon's story. His dick don't work. And he brought it back to life. Thanks to Jen. Juices and berries. H3O.
And
you own your truth.
Yeah.
You own your truth.
Yeah.
He owned his
No subliminals. What we had? Because you know why?
Exactly.
If you don't tell your truth, people going to walk around and you don't know how many other people you can help. People gonna laugh, but it's somebody in Idaho who dick stopped working that's gonna be buying. They're gonna hit Jen up.
You can buy them honey packs. Yeah. They been getting them blue rhinos and them honey packs, or you did like Simon and you was taking them dick shots for 5 hours.
But that don't work.
And she only wanted 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For 15 minutes.
You gonna get this
it
5.
just doesn't add up. It's not working.
Looking crazy.
Hey, look, man. Each one teach one, man. If you got something, man, you want to talk about, man, bring it on No Subliminals, man. We here each and every Sunday. It airs on Wednesday. I'm proud of my sis. Gonna get that monkey off your back next week.
This motherfucker here.
We love y'all. Peace.
And we out.
We don't do subliminals. I'm gonna say your name.